everyone, it's Jessica, and today I have another humongous drugstore haul. And I have no excuse, none. No, that's not true. My excuse is that I would like to review these for you guys and for myself, but for the benefit of everyone, I went shopping at the drugstore. So if you haven't seen my first video, where the first haul is way bigger than this one, I can link it below. It was like within the past few weeks where I hauled a ton of new drugstore lip products that I was gonna review, and oh my gosh, just tons of stuff, tons of foundations and all kinds of things. And I also have a bunch of reviews up on a lot of those products. So I will link those below if you're interested. Definitely check them out because the first haul is way bigger than this one, although this one's pretty big too. So let's start with some face stuff that I got. The first thing that I picked up recently was the NYC BB Cream Instant Matte. Now, what is so cool about this is that they had already had, I didn't even realize this, NYC had already had a BB cream out, but this is now their like matte version. This is awesome, you guys. It's $3.99, and I did a demo with this and then the e.l.f. BB cream, kind of comparing them, seeing the pros and cons of both in a video, which I can link below as well. And I loved both, but this one is amazing for oily skin, and I know a lot of people have trouble finding BB cream for oily skin because so many BB creams are so oily, and that's the same problem. I don't even have oily skin, and I have problems with BB cream, the same issues. So this is an amazing option, and it actually has a decent amount of coverage to it. It's not, I mean, it's not a foundation. It's not gonna have foundation coverage, but it does mattify and it does cover little spots. I was amazed. Of course, they only have like a few colors in the range. I bought the lightest one, which is in 01 Light. I love it. I highly recommend it. Check out that video if you're interested to see how it looks on the skin. Okay, so the next thing I picked up, I was very excited about because forever I have loved my Wet n Wild Color Icon Reserve Your Cabana like as a highlight. But these are technically bronzers, or they're marketed as such. So I finally picked up another one, and this is in the shade Ticket to Brazil. And it's just a really pretty kind of goldeny bronze, but it is still a lighter bronzer. And for me, I've got really fair skin. I was so excited to find something that, you know, it looks really nice and bronzy, but it's nothing too crazy. So like for me, on my skin tone, that, I mean, it's still orange, but I just think it's gonna look really nice. So I'm really excited for the warmer months to come so I can give this a try. Another product that I picked up is this e.l.f. blush, and it was, I wanna say $2, although I thought the Essentials line is usually $1, but it was $2, and I found it at Walmart. It's in the shade Koi, and it's, again, a bronzer shade, even though it's marketed as a blush, and it's kind of got this grayish tone to it. And I was so excited because there's so little of this, especially in, you know, inexpensive products. Oh my gosh, it's so, so pretty. So you could use it as a bronzer, as a blush, kind of, depending on your skin tone. But it's so buttery and nice, and I was floored. So I am so excited. I feel like I could get away with using this as a contour powder if I wanted. It's bronzery, and I don't know, you could use it both ways, although looking at it here in this swatch, it looks more bronzery, but it is so pretty, and it's $2, and I couldn't believe how nice it was. Okay, the next product I picked up, okay, I wanted to get some products to do some cream contouring with, and so I looked at like the stick foundations and stick concealers in the makeup aisle to see if there was something I could just get a darker skin tone one and use that. Well, this was the darkest one they had in the Fit Me foundation sticks from Maybelline, so I got it in Toffee Caramel, and it's, I mean, I don't know. I tried it once and I'm like, this is way too orange. I need one that's more, again, more gray toned. So I don't know. Like I said, this was the darkest one they had there. All the rest were sold out. So I don't know if I go back or if I go to another one, I can maybe find one that is less orange toned. But I just kind of giggled at that. So I've only used it once. I'm going to keep trying it. I could just use it as a cream bronzer here. And, you know, you can blend these out to look really, really nice. So I just need to mess with it a little bit more. I will say, though, when I did use it, I even set it with like a bronzing powder on top, or a contouring powder. And it still was like gone by the end of the day. So I don't think I would ever use, this is supposed to be a foundation stick, like for your whole face. I would never use this all over my face. Like, no way. It would be a mess by the end of the day. So not sure how that would be used, but for that, it's all right. The next product I picked up, finally, is the Maybelline Matte Lipstick in Lust for Blush. You guys know how obsessed I am with the Maybelline Color Whisper in Lust for blush, because it's this like light purplish pink, and it's just so beautiful and natural on the lips and moisturizing. It's my favorite. It's like, I'm pretty sure when I went through my declutter recently here on YouTube, when I decluttered those, I think I got rid of all of them but the Lust for blush, because it was the only one I just loved. So I'm so excited to finally have this. I actually have not worn it yet, but it's this really, it's a lot darker than the Color Whisper is, that is for sure. But it's such a pretty color, and the matte formula of these lipsticks is absolutely amazing. So I love it so much. So excited to wear that. Okay, the next lipstick I bought is another matte one. You see a trend? And this is the Milani Matte Blissful. And this is one that I was nervous because the Milani lipsticks of their normal line have that smell to them that makes me sick, and I had to get rid of my Milani lipsticks because I couldn't wear them. Like, it genuinely made me sick. But these have a totally different smell. It's honestly almost like a non-existent smell, but maybe a little hint of vanilla, a little bit of a sweet smell. But this is in the shade Matte Blissful, like I said, and it's just this gorgeous pink, you guys. I mean, this is so pretty. It's so creamy. I can't even decide which matte formula I like better, the Maybelline or the Milani, because they're both so beautiful and so amazing. But this color is so gorgeous. All the rest of these are lip products as we're going, so just so you know. The next thing I got was this Revlon Colorburst Matte Balm. This is the very first matte one I've ever bought. I don't know how that's possible, that I've tried so many of these and in the end gotten rid of a lot of these as well. And I hadn't tried a matte one, so I ended up picking out the shade Sultry. And it's just this really, I mean, it's certainly matte, certainly creamy, just a deeper color than I would typically wear, but I figure, you know, I've got a lot of these light matte colors that I might as well get a deeper one in this. And these, of course, smell like mint. They're really, really nice. They really are nice. It's just, it was one of those products that when I did do my declutter, I got rid of, I think in the past I had already gotten rid of a decent amount of them just because I wasn't reaching for them, and some of them would slip around my lips, but the matte ones seem really, really nice. Okay, I also got a Milani lip liner. These are so cheap. These are like $3 or $4, and someone here on YouTube had mentioned that they love this. It's in the shade Spice, and I think that, you know, Milani always has the cute gold packaging, but this is just a really, honestly, it kind of looks like that matte balm did, but a little bit browner. A really nice brown toned lip liner, and I don't know, Spice is such a good name for it. The next two products I purchased were lip glosses, and I was clearly at Walmart because both of these brands are only sold at Walmart. So the first one I picked up was from Flower Beauty, and I own very few Flower Beauty products. One is a lip liner I like that a subscriber sent me, and that actually might be it. So I really truly do not own much, but I've heard good things. So this is the, well, it's in the shade Pink About Me, and it's one of their lip glosses. This is one that they have like sheer ones, and then they have ones that are like more of a lip lacquer that are a lot more opaque, and this is one of the more opaque ones. Like I said, it's in the shade Pink About Me, and it's just this really beautiful, like nudie pink, but it actually like coats your lips in that color. It is truly opaque. It's also really not shimmery, shiny still, but it does, I mean, your lips become that color. And I think it's so pretty. It's kind of more of that, you know, when people used to be into really nude lips, it reminds me of that, but I really don't have anything like that. And I just think it's pretty. Plus, look at this flipping packaging. It is the prettiest, most high-end looking packaging I've ever seen. The main downside I've found with this as I've worn it over the past week or so is that it does have a really strong flower scent. And I don't know, you guys tell me, are all of the flower products scented florally? Because, you know, that can get really overwhelming really quickly, and this one certainly has a very floral scent. So it not enough that it bothers me to not wear it, not as bad as those Milani ones did, but it is noticeable. So if you know you hate floral, I would say at least from this, stay away from this, but it's so pretty. The last thing I got was from Hard Candy, and this is their Plumping Serum Volumizing Lip Gloss. I got mine in the shade Girl Next Door, and it's sheer. And the one thing I'm noticing is it already looks like it's separating, and I don't know if that's because I've only used it once or if it's just been sitting on the shelves raw. Do you guys see that? But it's a really pretty color. So color-wise, it really is just more of a sheer wash of color. It does have a little bit of a pink tint to it, but not really. It's supposedly plumping, but it doesn't give my lips that plumping feeling that a lot of them, like a lot of plumping ones do. It doesn't really give it that, and I don't notice that they're plumper, but it's a really nice color to throw on top of a bolder lip because it tones it down just a little bit and adds a really nice sheen, and I like it. What, does it have a smell? No, it really doesn't have a smell, which is good. So would I go back and buy more? Probably not, although I would be interested to try some other, because they have a few lines of lip gloss. I'd be interested to try a few others because they had some really interesting colors. So I might get some more Hard Candy ones. Let me know what I'm actually curious what your Flower Beauty and Hard Candy favorites are. Because I would love to try some more and maybe do some reviews, but I almost feel like no one talks about them enough, so I feel like I don't really know. So let me know down below if you have some favorites from either one of those lines, because I'm certainly curious, and they're pretty inexpensive comparatively, especially the Hard Candy. So hopefully that was fun for you guys to watch and gave you some ideas of some new products that are out there. Some of them aren't even new, but they're just products that have been out there that for me, I don't know why I hadn't tried them, like the Milani lip liner in Spice is so nice. This e.l.f. blush in Koi, and I would guess any of these in this packaging are going to be really nice. So there are just some amazing products out there, both new and ones that have been there for a long time. If you're interested in my drugstore haul that I had filmed a few weeks ago with tons of brand new products that are out, I will link it below as I'd mentioned earlier. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye! I have it in the shade Reserve Your Cabana, and of course it's marketed as a bronzer, but really it's a highlight. And what is amazing about it is that it's just this beautiful, sort of shimmery, but mostly just satin type color. And you can't really see it, but I'm wearing it today on my face, and I just love it because it is just very subtle. It doesn't look like a disco ball on your face. You can't really go wrong with it. And it also has SPF in it, which